Good afternoon, everybody. My craft friends, how are you? Love you very much. I want to say thank you. I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of people, but I really want to say thank you to this lady. She is wonderful. She saw a video on my channel and you only have like three subscribers. And I'm going to be honest, I've been doing this for about 8 or 9 months now. I don't know, not quite a year, I don't think. Could be. And so I don't really have a lot of subscribers. I get views, but not a lot of subscribers. Well, in the last 2 weeks, I've gone up. And if to some, it may seem like nothing, but to me, it's a big jump to go up to about 17 subscribers. I want to tell you all that I appreciate it when you're a new channel and you're a small channel. It means a lot when you see those people come on. Though I've been doing this for a long time, what is happening on my path is that I'm growing. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. I've been probably practicing close to 30 years, I think. But it has been not on and off, on and off. I would practice for a while, kind of get off, come back, practice a while for a while. I learned a lot from my great-grandmother, and she was a root worker, and people came to see her, and I remember that well because they would say, "Hey, I want to see your grandmother," and she'd go back in the back room and whatever they did back there, which I began to learn because sometimes she would let me come back and see. And so she did readings for people. She did divination readings with, she used cards sometimes, and sometimes she just held their hands and felt their energy and could do a complete reading on them. She worked with herbs and was very good with that. I mean, healing herbs is kind of was her specialty. She could go out and I would go with her sometimes and she just wildcraft herbs and make things. She did oils and all that kind of thing. She helped people. She didn't do too much sort of left hand work, but if she felt like it was justified, and in hoodoo, that's everything. Is the work justified? If she knows, you could tell she had been beat up, and this man would not leave her alone. And I can remember this, and I'm thinking I'm about 6, 7 years old. This is something I know for sure. I know they went back in the back room. Now this time I did not go back there with them. But within a week, that man packed up and left, never to be heard from. And we lived in a small community. So when somebody left or came, we lived in Alabama in a very small community, you knew when somebody left or came, and that is what happened. And I remember that like the back of my hand. So a lot of my practice is hoodoo passed down. From some things I can remember, some things I can't. I can tell you that in my teenage years, I did not appreciate all the knowledge that my grandmother had and kind of poo-pawed it, because you know how you are when you're a teenager. And now I'm having to go back and remember some of that. And it is sometimes a little challenging. I mean, I do read and that kind of thing, but I have learned that it is a very Afrocentric tradition, and so there was not a lot of recording. It was passed down verbally from one generation to the other. A lot of stuff that we have in books are people that are writing this stuff that really it's here for, say, for one person to the other. Or they've taken a class or something like that, but not from the roots of the people that did it. Or if people passed on things, a lot of times they passed on things because of money. And so they didn't tell you all the steps back then. Let me say that. So that is what it is. But I just want to thank these people. First, the Witch of Willow Creek. Thank you so much. You saw that video. You answered me. These people gave me support when I talked about the difficulty I have sometimes of calling myself a witch. I think you made me comfortable in the space that I'm in, which I was beginning to feel that way. But I really appreciate the support. Just support from people. Like I said, thank you so much to Witch of Willow Creek. You awesome. You are so awesome and so supportive. from Your Simple Path, because really I feel like I'm a Christian. And so I incorporate my Christianity. When you're a hoodoo worker, that's what they did back then. They, not everybody, but a lot of people, including my family, we went to church and we incorporated that work. A lot of the people that supported my family pretty much were the people we went to church with. So thank you from Your Simple Path. I hope I'm saying this right. Saturnranium. She has a channel that she does a lot with tarot cards. Thank you so much. You all were just so supportive, and I just love it. Divination supported me. Beanbag Hagway, which I have looked at some of these channels and they are so much fun, and I suggest that you go to them and check them out. Also yourself, the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. She does some great things on her. All of these women do great things on their channel, and you really need to check them out. But she does, I learn a lot from her. I've gotten some things on herbs, and she just does a lot of great things. All of them have very special things that they do, very special. And I just want to express my gratitude for your support, for your, a lot of you have subscribed to the channel, and I so appreciate it. And then I want to give out a shout out to another person, and I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but she is the Hoodoo Queen. She has a company called ConjureSouth.com. That's where you can go to order things online. I just completed her Conjure Fete, where we took a lot of classes. She has some wonderful guests on there. Tatiana Ali, Tarot Tachia. She was on there. She was absolutely wonderful. We learned about Oshun and tarot card readings. It was just so much information. Some was a review of information I already knew, and a lot of it was new information. I feel like now it's just like one way, and I'm getting so much information from all of these sources, and I am so appreciative. But she has the Hoodoo Queen has the Conjure Fete. It was wonderful. She gave us things. We did work with her. Now, it was originally supposed to be you came down, but because of the corona, gotten information where somebody sit down and talk to her. We got information as you grow up in life, and as you grew, you got more information. But nobody really kind of came down and said, let me tell you this, and this. You get the sense that that's what she got. Phenomenal. And her products are really, I'm not being paid for this. I just feel like she does a real good job, and she's authentic. So if you want to learn from somebody that is authentic to hoodoo, that is their lineage, that is where they come from, then she would be the person. So I guess I'm first wanted to say thank you to everybody. Bless you so much. That have given me support. And then I wanted to talk about the Conjure Fete, which was absolutely wonderful. Please check out her channel. She is Hoodoo Queen. Check her out, her channel. Check out all these ladies' channel. I mean, they are doing phenomenal things in the community, and you will just learn so much. So everybody I've mentioned, please check them out. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was some of the things that I have, kind of what I'm doing, catching up with what I've been doing. I've been in this coronavirus. I am a nurse by trade, and I'm a hospice nurse, so I haven't really been home a lot, but maybe more, because I don't always have the patients that I normally have. Sometimes I go to nursing homes, I go to people's homes and stuff, and some people are a little afraid because I do go from place to place, so they've decreased their visits. So I am spending more time at home, but I'm still out in the community. Out here doing it. and making it the best way I can. So please pray for me, but I feel protected and everything's good. So some of the things that I have been doing, and I'm going to use my iPhone for this, is reading a little bit. And I'm one of those people, this may not be the best thing, but I read 2 or 3 books at a time, sometimes 4 or 5. Like I'll read so many pages, then go to something else. It's just something I've always done. So some of the things that I have been reading are I'm completing this book, The Idiot's Guide to Alchemy, which I'm going to tell you, it is really good. I'm going to use my Kindle it's here, The Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. It's really good, very informative, and I'm getting a lot from that. So I'm going to go past, and then also, let me see if I can go back a little bit. I am also reading this book, and it is called Masterful Magic, and it is by, let me see if I can get one there. It is not letting me see who it's by, but it is called Masterful Magic, and I'm sorry about that. And then I am reading, I'm trying to let you see the books, and I'm not doing a good job. Old Style Conjure. Can you see that? Old Style Conjure. Let me hit there. Hit it again here. You know, the one thing about me and all of this is I am trying to be good with this. Here it is. It's more authenticated to me. And then finally, one of the books that I'm reading, and a lot of people have read this book, and it is Sacred Woman. And it's by Queen of Afua. And it just goes on to basically the divine feminine and how we can honor ourselves and taking care of ourselves. I just kind of started it, so it has been really good so far. So I'm reading those things. The latest tarot set that I have gotten, and it also, this is the book that goes to it, and I'm sure some people have done reviews on it, is the Hoodoo Tarot. And it is by Tatiana Lee McKiller. And the artwork is by Caitlin Fossey. Again, that's it. And the tarot set is, I like it. I think it's beautiful. I've connected to these cards. And I'm not going to show you all of them, but just a few of them. They are really beautiful cards. Let me turn that one. Yes, they're very pretty. Well, the artwork is really good in them. I'm sorry. And in the book, it gives you the history of some of these people. And like I said, I'm not going to show you all of them, but just some of the artwork is really good. They are and why they are. It celebrates family because, you know, Hoodoo is a very ancestor-driven tradition. So it really is. I'm really loving it. And then this is the back of the cards. Kind of has that the unlock of the key. So I've been doing that. Remnants, you know, very coincidental with the day that I have. The spirits really pulled those through. So we thank you, ancestors, for sure. With the Eight of Coins, it's saying that sometimes we have to take the time to sit, reflect, be quiet, learn. And for me, this whole weekend has been a period of learning, reflecting, gathering information in a more systematic manner. And you see, this is a famous hoodoo worker, and he has some apothecary back there, and he's, you know, writing and reflecting and studying, and as in the craft, that is a part of who we are. And so I feel like this card is saying to continue to do that. Take the time to reflect, to study, to work hard,